Okay, so to continue on from the previous lesson, what we're going to do now is set up these bones so they become touch bones and allow the user to scale the bones and automatically curl the fingers. So let's go ahead and first name these bones. So here what I want you to do is go ahead and get to the touch bone. You might have to click over here twice. Now just do Control C, and here we can just click on the tail of this larger bone, click inside, do Control V, and just remove the number and do .L. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing over here. Do Control C, click over here, click inside, do Control V, and just do .L. And over here, do the same thing. Do Control C, click on the tail of this bone, do Control V, and just do .L. And then finally, click over here, do Control C, click over here, click inside, do Control V, and just do .L. Okay. Now, because these are touch bones, what we want to do is actually switch to pose mode. And here, I'm just going to click on these bones and make sure to press the M key and put them on the touch bone layer. Okay. So now if we go to the data tab and just enable the touch bone layer, what we should have are these touch bones, and of course these non-deformed bones, which are the parents of these bones. So here what we want to do is let the user scale and rotate this bone. So first we're going to lock the location, and we simply want to match the rotation mode that we had set for this bone. So on this one, we're going to change this to XYZ Euler, and here I'm just going to lock the Y. Now we're going to keep the scale open. Okay. Now again, regardless of what I'm showing you over here, you can decide for yourself which is the best Euler rotation, right? Here I'm saying that this is what I'm choosing is because I know that the x-axis is the dominant axis, right? Basically, we want this to behave like a turret, right? We don't want the user to be able to twist his bone on the y-axis. This is why I've chosen this. Okay. So anyways, let's go ahead and click over here and check this out. Okay, so we're going to lock this, change this to XYZ, and just lock the Y. Make sure that the scale is open. Click over here, do the same thing. Over here, click this, lock this, XYZ, and go ahead and do this. Okay, so that's set up. Now what we're going to do is click on this bone and make sure that the location is locked, the scale is locked, and it's just set up the way it was before. Now over here, we of course are going to lock the location because we don't want the users changing the location values of these bounds. So just go ahead and click all of these, and all you should really have to do over here is just lock the location because we've already set them up. Okay, so that's set up. Now what we're going to do is go to these parent bones, and here we're just going to lock everything down because we don't want users touching this. This is going to be driven by this larger bone. So go ahead and just lock all of these up over here. Okay, so all that's set up. So what we want the user to do is basically two things. One is that they should be able to click on our original touch bones. So meaning that if you press the R key 2 times, you should be able to basically rotate these bones at any time. And we also want them to be able to rotate basically this joint over here when they press the R key 2 times or 1 time. It doesn't really matter. So here what we're going to do is click on this bone, press the shift key down, click on its parent over here. Now do shift control C, and here we're just going to do copy rotation. Okay, so now when you click over here and press the R key 2 times, you can see that we can start to rotate or position these fingers. So we're going to do this on all of these bones. Just click over here, do Shift Control C, do copy rotation. Click on this one, press the Shift, click on this one, do Shift Control C, do copy rotation. And finally on this one, do Shift Control C and now do copy rotation. Okay, so now what we want to do is basically when you click on this bone and press the S key to scale, it should automatically curl these fingers. So the way we're going to do this is basically curl the fingers here on this joint and this joint. So what I want you to do is click on this bone, zoom in, press the Shift key down and click on this one over here. Now here you're going to do Shift Control C and we're going to use this transformation. Now this is an advanced constraint. So if you take a look at this, what this basically allows you to do is take either the location, rotation, and scale value of one object and basically transform it to another type of value on this object. Okay, so here what we're going to do is basically click over here on this bone. So what we want is the scale value. We're going to click over here and we want the Y scale value. Okay, so here we're going to say that, okay, from 0 to over here, we're going to say 1.1 and enter. Over here, you need to make sure that this is on local space and local space. Okay, so let's take a look at what exactly are we saying here. So if you click over here, you can see that the scale is already at a value of 1. Okay, so here we're saying that, okay, based on that local scale, okay, if the value comes near to 0, right, what exactly do we want it to do? We of course want this bone to rotate. Now here we want to rotate on its axis, so here we're going to say that, okay, we'll take the value of Y and put it on the X. Okay, so here we're going to state that, okay, well, when the user scales this going backwards, right, coming close to a value of 0, we want this to rotate by, let's say, 100 degrees. Okay, now when it is at a value of 110, we're going to say just do -10 and enter. Okay, now because this is at a value of 1, it's really not going to do anything, right? So here you're going to have to think about what exactly is going on over here, right? Here you can see that if you look at this, you can say that, okay, here we're dealing with a value of 110. That's what we're doing here. We're taking 100 and we're also doing it -10. So now what I want you to do is just go over here. Now you can see that when we shut this off, nothing moves. Okay, the reason for this is because we're basically keeping to that range. We know that we're working with a value of 1.10, which is really 110, and we're doing it over here. Now if you click over here, okay, now press the S key, you'll see that the bone will start to rotate. So here we're simply taking the scale value. See, it's going to a value of 0. So by the time it comes close to a value of 0, here we're saying to this bone, rotate to 100 degrees, right? But over here, when it is larger than, basically when it's coming close to a value of 1.1, do a -10. So if you click over here and press the S key to scale this out, you'll see that it starts to lift up. Okay, so here I'm just going to keep this over here at a 10. Okay, so now what we're going to do is apply the same thing to this bone. So actually just press the 7 key. Now this is going to be easy. Actually, rather than just doing it on this bone, we can actually do it to all these bones, right? And just change the target to this bone. So what I want you to do is go ahead and click over here on this bone. You have to zoom in for this. Press the Shift key down, click on this one, zoom out, click over here, then click on this one over here, zoom out, press the Shift key down, click on this one, click on this one, then click on this one, and now finally click on this one, right? So here we're going to go under constraints and just do copy constraints to selected bounds, right? So here you can see that when we click this and press the R key, the fingers will start to rotate based on the scale, right? So we're going to take care of these fingers later, but here what I want you to see if you press the S key to scale, here we're simply rotating the fingers, but the user can still come in over here, press the R key, and rotate the fingers individually, okay? Not only that, we can also click over here and press the R key to set up the finger just the way we want to, and of course do scale, okay? That's how this whole idea works. Now just press the A key and do Alt R, G, and S, right? So now you can see that when you are going to be posing your finger, you have to think about the Alt R to reset the rotation, Alt G to reset the location. So location is going to be set on the IK, and now when we do Alt S, we're going to be resetting the scale on these fingers, okay? So now here we can click on this, necessarily press the S key to see that, okay, the finger is going to go up a little bit. Now again, here I've just added my numbers, right? So you can actually increase this. If you make this -20, then of course you're going to have to change this to 1.2, right? You need to keep that idea of the numbers the same, meaning that it's basically a value of 110. That's why we're doing it this way. Anyways, that's how this concept works. So what we're going to do is press the 7 key, go ahead and click on this bone, just do Control C. Now click over here, do Control V, click on this, do Control V. Click it, press the S key to make sure that it works, which it does. Do the same thing, do Control C, click on this, do Control V, click on this, do Control V. Click it, press the S key to make sure that it works. Go ahead and do the same thing, do Control C, click on this, do Control V, click on this, do Control V, click it and press the S key to make sure that it works. I'm just going to press the R key 2 times to make sure that this is working the way I want it to, okay? Okay, so this is now set up. So let's go ahead and now put the bones where they should be. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and click on these bones. We're going to put them on the non-deform layer. So I'm just going to select all these parent bones over here. And here just press the M key and we're going to throw them on the non-deform layer, okay? So these are just going to be our touch bones over here. So let's go ahead and go to the data tab and make sure that the shapes is on so we can see what this whole thing looks like, okay? So let's go under File, and here we're just going to do Save As and save this as rigging lesson 04 w.blend. Okay, so I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.